Hello, I'm Ramin Siranayaka, and in this video we are gonna discuss the question set 20, continuing the scenario stated in the question set 16, and let's get into it. On the first question, it says find the number of students who participate in the first term science subject. So, in order to search it, we have to write an inner join query. So first of all, let's go ahead and open up IDSQL and let's get started. So first we have to start with select. So we have to select the number of students. Therefore, we have to write count, and we are counting the let's take the index number of students from, and then we write the table which we are taking the index number from, which is the student table from the exam marks DB database, and then we inner join that table with the student exam mark record table on, and then we write how those two tables are joined. These two tables are joined with index number from student table and student index number from the student exam mark record table. So and then let's go ahead and inner join those two tables with the subject table, and subject table joins with the student exam mark record table with the subject ID and subject ID from the subject table. And let's also inner join the exam term table and that joins the student exam mark record table on exam term ID and term ID from the exam term table. And let's write the condition. So we start it from where, and then it says to count the students who participate in the first term science subject. So the term is first term, so term name equals to first term and the subject is science. So let's go ahead and copy subject name and the subject name is science. So there you go. We have written the query for the first question. Let's go ahead and execute it. So there you go. The output came as 8, meaning all of the students in the student table have joined the exam for science subject in the first term. And on to the second question. What is the minimum score obtained by the first term students? So in order to do that, we have to write a select query here as well. So select to find the minimum score, we have to write min. So the score is taken from student exam mark record table. From the table is student exam mark record, and then we inner join that table with the exam term table, and those two tables join on exam term ID from the student exam mark record table and term ID from the exam term table. And lastly, we write the condition where the term name is first term. And there you go, we have written the query for the second question. Let's go ahead and execute it. So there you go, the minimum mark came out as 10.5 for the first term. And on to the third question. Find the number of students who participate in the second term mathematics subject. So it's the same exact query in the first question, and let's go ahead and write it. Starting with select, we have to find the number of students. So to find a number, we use count, and we are counting the index numbers of students to find the number of students. From, we are taking it from the student table, and then we inner join it with the student exam mark record table on, and those two tables join on index number, and inner join the subject table to it as well on, and subject table use subject ID to join with the student exam mark record table, and let's go ahead and inner join the exam term table as well on. So the exam term table inner joins with term ID, and lastly we write the condition using where, and we have to find the number of students who participate in the second term mathematics subject. So the term name is second term, and the subject name is mathematics. And there you go, we have written the query for the third question. Let's go ahead and execute it. And there you go, like in the first question, it also come out as 8, meaning all of the students in the student table have joined the mathematics exam in the second term test. And let's get into the fourth question. Which subject got the lowest marks in the first term? So in the second question we got the lowest mark, which is 10.5 in the first term. And the fourth question asks what subject is it. So to do that, we have to write a select query. Select. So here we have to find the name of the subject. So subject name from subject table. So here you have to write a subquery to gain the lowest mark. So where let's get the mark from student exam mark record table, and then we write the subquery. From exam marks db dot joining it with exam term on exam term id and term id from exam term, where term name equals first term. And there you go, we have written the query for the fourth question. Let's go ahead and execute it. So here you have to join the student exam mark record table first in order to get the mark here. So joining it with subject table. So subject id from the subject table, joins it. Subject id from the student exam mark record table. And let's go ahead and execute it. And there you go, the lowest mark, the minimum mark of first term, which is 10.5, comes from the subject science. And on to the fifth question. Find the name of the student who got the lowest mark in all of the subjects in the first term. So starting with select. To find the name of the student, we have to use the first name and last name. From, so we are taking the first name and last name from the student table. In joining it with student exam mark record table on. So the student table uses the index number to join it student exam mark record table. Where, so here in the question it says the lowest mark in all subjects in the first term. So the mark needs to be the minimum of all subjects. So select min mark from student exam mark record table, inner joining it with exam term table on. So the exam term table uses the term ID to inner join with student exam mark record table, where, so here it says in the first term, so term name should be first term. And there you go. We have written the query for the fifth, the last question, and let's go ahead and execute it. And there you go. Kasun Rajamantri got the lowest mark in all subjects in the first term. And that concludes the video for answering the question set 20. And let's continue the series with the next video. Thank you for watching.